Okay, so I went and I took my colored pencils and I went over them again. I don't feel like you really need to burnish them, but it just needs to be one color and then the other color over top. So I did yellow first and then I put orange on top instead of blending them together. Okay, so this is my two color. Okay, and now I can take my clean brush and I can blend them together. It looks very pretty, like sunset-y, very fall. There is no right or wrong way, I think, to use the watercolor brushes and technique, but I wouldn't be like all over the place. You can go in whatever direction you like. I prefer to do an up and down since I already used the circular colored pencil technique when I colored these in. So I'm just kind of pushing the water around, making sure that I have my entire area done. And you can see some areas have more orange and some areas have more yellow, and that is okay. So here you go. Here is my two color wash. Just wanted to make sure we got in there a little bit. Just kind of push that water around. There's a lot of water over there. Okay, so I already have 4 sections done. And then pencil paint says dip the pencil. Well, hang on, let me find out where that one is. Actually, I'm going to skip and go to multicolor. Let's go to multicolor because that one looks great. And then this one is also a multicolor. So I have 2 multicolors. These 2 right here are my multicolor ones. And then we'll finish up these. I'm just going to write multi. Okay. So I'm just going to take my brush now and paint them. And this one, you know, can be your free space. You can decide to do whatever you would like with that one. With this one, I just blended some different tints of pinks and purples. And Mrs. G went out of the lines, and that is okay as long as I'm covering the space. I also don't want to add too much water so it doesn't bleed through. I do not like when it bleeds through. That's just, bleh, just caca. So trying to not add too much water, but enough so that I can kind of push it around and blend everything together. There's way too much water here. Try and get that going. Such a pretty color. All right, let me push some of this water around and then add a little bit here. So I did 2 different multicolor ones. Now I'll tackle this section, but this can be your free space, so you can do whatever you want here. I really like the polka dot effect one. That's really cool too. I'm gonna start this way with the yellow and then push it down. Because technically we only need to do 8, but I have way more than that because that's how I divided up my paper. And that's okay, because this is great to practice. And then these are techniques that you can use when you are doing final projects or when you are doing your visual journals. This one is more of a stripe. It's not really bleeding into the next color. But I can make it do that. I think I'm gonna make it do that. Let me push this into the yellow. There we go. I'm gonna dry my brush and push this into the yellow this way. Okay. So now I have two multicolor ones, but again, this can be your free space and you can do whatever you would like here. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back because there's a lot of water on there. Okay, let's see what we have. Pencil on water. So these are already filled in. This is going to be another one color wash. This one is going to be pencil paint. So we're going to add some water in this little tiny triangle. When you guys do this, you're going to leave it blank, and then I'm going to take my pencil and put it on top of it. So let's take pink and put it on top of that. So I just repainted that one with my watercolor pencil. So let me write that down. Pencil paint. Oh no, this one is pencil. Yeah, no, this is pencil paint. No, I'm sorry. This is pencil on water. On water. Okay. And then in this little tiny square, I'm going to get the color that I used, and I'm going to dip it in my water, and then I'm going to go back over it. Okay, so I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to dip it in my water, and then I'm going to put it on here. So that is called pencil painting. That is very cool. I like that one. Okay, so let's write pencil painting. Pencil painting. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the last two I'm just going to do a one color wash with. But if there was any other one that you really liked, so for instance, I really liked that pencil paint. That was really cool. So I think I'm going to do half with water and half with the pencil paint. Let's try the yellow, because that was really cool. You probably need a lot of water for that. Very cool. I like this one. So I guess this would be pencil paint to color wash. That's what this one will be. And I'm just going to fill this in. And the last one, since I already colored in just one solid color, I am going to fill that in with my brush. Okay. So the next time I actually do this, I'm going to leave these two completely blank. And then that way they can be completed on the spot when we all use our water. So those are the different techniques that we are doing with our watercolor pencils. This is a great fun little way to use like I said, watercolor pencils in your visual journal. And I kind of had fun doing that. So what we are going to let this dry until the next class period. Please, please, please make sure that all of your different techniques are labeled with a Sharpie. I'm going to pop in over here and write 1 color, and I'm going to write 2 color with pencil paint. And when this is dry, what we're going to do is peel off the tape, and we're going to label them inside, okay? And I'm going to ask you to look at my example, and then you can submit this for your classwork grade. I hope you had fun, and I cannot wait to see how pretty your watercolor techniques look in your sketchbook.